the biggest stories over the past few days. Big breakthrough in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas are now on the brink of a ceasefire. US President Donald Trump mediated a deal which could see hostages released as early as Monday or Tuesday next week. Trump called this a historic win and said that he has ended the war in Gaza. Trump is also likely to visit Jerusalem soon. The official signing is expected to take place in Egypt. Celebrations has already broken out in parts of Gaza. A joint task force of 200 US troops will also be deployed for Gaza. Back home, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated both Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He has welcomed the agreement and reaffirmed that terrorism in any form is unacceptable. Modi has also said that he and Trump had reviewed the trade progress and agreed to stay in close touch. Meanwhile, Israel says the ceasefire will only begin after cabinet approval, with a 72-hour countdown once the deal is signed.
Right now, they're dancing in the streets. They're so happy. Everybody's happy. They're dancing in the streets of Arab countries, Muslim countries. I've never seen anything like it. Everybody is happy. The first thing we're doing is getting our hostages back. Okay, and that's what people wanted more than anything else. They wanted these hostages back that have lived in hell like nobody has ever even dreamt possible. And after that, we'll see. But they've agreed to things, and I think it's going to. Nobody's going to be forced to leave. No, it's just the opposite. This is a great plan. This is a great peace plan. This is a plan that was supported by everybody. I mean, as I said, they're dancing in the streets of many, many countries right now. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. No, we're not looking to do that at all.
It's not an exaggeration that none of it would have been possible without the President of the United States being involved. It really began with your trip to the Middle East, where these relationships were forged with partners in the region, personal relationships, close relationships that created the foundation where all of this was possible. Where I think this really took a turn. Remember, a month ago, no one thought this was possible. Where it really took a turn about a month ago, less than a couple weeks ago, is when we were at the United Nations and you convened an historic meeting, not simply of Arab countries, but of Muslim majority countries from around the world, including Indonesia was there, Pakistan was there, and created this coalition behind this plan. Then on that following Monday, you met with the Prime Minister of Israel here, and that plan was presented. And then, of course, our great negotiating team.
We're at a momentous development in the last 2 years. We fought during these 2 years to achieve our war aims. And the central one of these war aims is to return the hostages, all of the hostages, the living and the dead. And we're about to achieve that goal. We couldn't have achieved it without the extraordinary help of President Trump and his team, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. They worked tirelessly with Ron and his team, our team. That and the courage of our soldiers who entered Gaza and the combined military and diplomatic pressure that isolated Hamas, I think, has brought us to this point.
Cette nuit, un accord historique a été conclu à Sharm el-Sheikh et je tiens ici à féliciter le président Trump pour son engagement personnel, l'émir du Qatar et le Premier ministre Sheikh Mohammed et son équipe de négociation, le président Sisi et le président Erdogan pour leur contribution cruciale à cet accord.
На фоне гуманитарной трагедии и катастрофы в секторе Газа идет активный поиск вариантов прекращения палестино-израильского конфликта. Президент Трамп выдвинул известные инициативы, и, как вы видели, Россия их практически сразу же поддержала.
Guten Nachmittag, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Der heutige Tag ist ein Tag der Freude und der Erleichterung, weil wir nach 2 Jahre nach den Gräueltaten der Hamas zu einem erfreulichen Zwischenergebnis kommen. Die Geiseln werden endlich freigelassen. Ich freue mich natürlich insbesondere, dass die deutschen Geiseln jetzt endlich zu ihren Familien kommen können. Es ist aber auch ein Tag der Freude, dass die Waffen schweigen und dass die Chance und Aussicht besteht, dass die Menschen, die im Gazastreifen so schrecklich gelitten haben, endlich versorgt werden können.
Obviously, bringing the hostages home it's been a priority for President Trump for a very, very long time, and we've all worked very tirelessly to do that. But I really want to say that this all would not have been possible without the bravery of the IDF and the soldiers, what they've accomplished not just in Gaza, but also what they've done in the theater over the last couple of years to eliminate Hezbollah in the north and really degrade them. So you held your lines firm, and I think that between you and President Trump, you had a lot of alignment on what the end state should be.
Pranay Upadhyay continues to be with us on the broadcast. Pranay, what I really want to understand from you here is there is a peace deal that had been spoken about earlier this year as well. What is it that comes in as more of an assurance this time when we speak of a ceasefire and a peace deal, and the fact that it will be a permanent one? Because last time we didn't see such celebrations in Gaza that we are this time. So there seems to be some sort of assurance for the people there, some sort of hope for the people there with this deal this time.
Absolutely, Shreya. If you see, how this peace deal was brokered, and after a long operation by the Israeli Defense Forces, by the ordeals faced by the Palestinian people, over 66,000 people have died. But the role played by the various actors here, because if you see the previous peace deal or previous ceasefire brokered by the outgoing Biden administration at the very fag end of their presidency, that was a very rushed deal. That was a deal which was where have very few countries involved in it, like Qatar and Egypt. But this time, if you see, besides Qatar and Egypt, the United States were actively involved. Besides that, the Turkey was also involved, and various other players also played their role. So definitely, there is a hope for the sustenance of this peace deal and Gaza peace plan, because the very fact that U.S. President Donald Trump has not only ensured that the movement on this peace deal, he's personally invested in it, because he has sent his close friend Steve Witkoff, who is the special envoy for the West Asia region. Besides that, Jared Kushner, who is his son-in-law as well, he was also there at the time of the signing and the final agreement of this peace deal is concerned. But besides that, there is a further roadmap as well. And there is also a way out for Hamas, fighters as well, that if they lay down their arms, if they want to exit the Gaza, then there is a possibility. Then there is a way out as well. Also, there is an agreement, brokered between the two sides, Israel and Hamas, that how are they going to end this process? How there is a possibility of a further negotiation, and what will happen in Gaza after the ceasefire, that how the hostages and prisoners will be released, and how there will be a dialogue between the two sides to have a more permanent solution to this problem. If you'll recall, Shreya, that President Donald Trump in his previous tenure, he's proposed a peace plan. And that was a very ambitious peace plan that was suggested by him in 2019 and early 2020. That was, a fag end of his presidency. But if you
Right.
see that peace plan, there was a provision to link the West Bank as well as Gaza, to build a tunnel to ensure the two-state solution. So there remains a possibility that President Donald Trump might have a solution or a formula for having a two-state solution, though it is too early, because there has been a great trust deficit on either side. So we have to see
Right.
that how this peace deal progress.